Hello guys, si Kersan Veloso ulit ito at welcome sa episode 120 ng laro tayo ng Super Robot Wars V Voyage. Okay, tuloy natin game natin. Last episode guys, natapos na natin yung chapter 49. So, pagkatapos ng mission natin yun, nakuha ulit natin si, sumama sa party natin si Chitose. Pasaway. Hindi naman na kailangan yun eh. So, kanin 4.6 million. So, teka. Sagad na natin lahat ng mga importanteng units natin. Teka. So, anong kunin natin sa kanya? Weapon. Ano? Movement na lang. Weapon range. Check natin. Sige, movement na lang muna. Grand Bang, sagad na. Okay. Wag yan. Tapos movement lang. Ay, magiging 10. 8 na pala siya eh. 9 na pala. So, teka. Sige, weapon range sa'yo. Sagad na rin yan. Titan 3. Mga importanteng units na lang. Movement. Ito sana kaya lang sagad na si may sample 3. Okay, movement ka rin. Machine Cutter 1. Okay, at least may 1 million magit pa. Movement lang din. Okay, sige. Asan yun? Ito isa. Justice saka asan yung strike? Strike freedom. Baka hindi ko ma-upgrade yung strike freedom ng ganitong lagay dali. Yung muna ibang importante. Teka. Might gain, hindi masyado yan. Kakailam, sagad na rin. Ayan. Hindi ko gagamitin yan kahit nandyan yan. Tuwata din na. Hindi rin. Ganun silang dalawa na dapat eh. Kaya lang Teka. Alam ko naman na. Save ko muna para matignan ko kung kakayanin. Teka. Save natin. Tapos, subukan natin upgrade. Sana magkasya. Movement lang din. Tapos, asan si Strike Freedom? Feeling ko hindi kasya to talaga. O kulang. Kulang tuloy yung ano. Kulang yung weapon niya. Kung magagawa natin to, next upgrade, next mission. Movement lang din. Yun na lang kulang eh. Okay, so far. Hindi pala ito pa oh. May paraan pa pala, teka. Okay, yung dialogue ni Nine. Congratulations on becoming an ace pilot, Shinji. I'm sure you worked very hard to get to this point. None of this feels real to me. I can't believe I'm actually an ace pilot. Well, I for one believe you've earned it. Thanks to your hard work and determination, you should be proud. That makes one of us, I'm not sure. Well, I am, trust me. I'll take your word for it then. Thanks, Nine. I feel a little more confident now. I'm glad to hear it. Hopefully you can use this newfound confidence in improving your relations with women. What? What does that matter to you? You have a history of being pessimistic towards people, but this change in attitude, especially with respect to women, should prove to be useful in my research. Of course, I'll always respect your privacy. I don't intend to intrude on your life too much as I survey you. But enough talk, Shinji. I think you have it in you to get some. Surely, if you take the initiative when dealing with a woman, much like when you shank an angel, you'll ano ba yan? Ano ba yung dialogue ni Nine pasaway? Oh, Shinji, what am I going to do with you? Running is all well and good, but you need to run to women rather than away if you're ever going to get anywhere. Pasaway. A belt duster. What a curious emperor he was. Have we well and truly seen the last of him? There's no way of knowing for certain either way. By watching everyone pursue his flagship until its demise, my tactical processing capacity acquired data equivalent to 100 TAC points. For now, hindi na natin kailangan ng TAC points. Gold ang kailangan namin ngayon. In the end, I'm glad I was able to come back. It's a relief, as they say. Hey, Nine, I wanted to tell you something. Pasaway, mamimik na lang, Chitose. Ano ba yan? What is it, Chitose? I'm sorry. I've caused you so much trouble and I feel terrible about it. About it all. It's okay. I forgive you. We're just glad to have you back. I'm sure that Cap feels the same way. You're too nice, Nine. You really are. I know it won't make up for what I've done, but I plan to fight too, with the Vangray too. That mecha is extremely important to both Cap and me and myself. Please make sure to take good care of it. I definitely will. I have to, if I want to get anything done with it. Indeed. Regardless, welcome back, Chitose. I still feel a certain unease within me. I feel better about Iskander than I did previously, but there's something I still don't understand. I was created in the new correct century dimension, yet for some reason I have distinct memories of the Kinea fighting Ragna males. But why would that be? Strange nga. Okay. Ano tayo kailangan dyan eh. Ginawa lang natin yan. So, teka. Some orders. Ito mahalaga eh. kills. Asuka, Curse. Puro to. Okay, isa na lang. Okay, Ray. Next. Experience. Sige, 35. Ikay mo na. Kahit sino na yung iba. Okay, kahit pa paano may funds tayong konti. Subukan natin ulit. Strike freedom. Yan na lang eh. Isa lang. Isa lang. Okay. At least dalawa na lang. Save. Okay. Continue natin. Ito sa sub-orders. Crap, wala na tayong pants. Money natin na lang. At least na attack points. Skill tree. Kailangan ko commander. Ano ba dito? Wala eh. Kasi sana yung isa eh. Para sana mag-ano siya eh. Kaya lang na. Okay. Continue na lang natin yung story. Okay. Near Great Gamila's empire, large Magellanic cloud. Yamato commanding officer's cabin. How is it, Doctor? There's nothing left for me to say. I see. Commander, Captain Bright, I'd planned to leave BOW 1984 in your hands when the time comes. However, it seems I've put my greed before Iskander. What do you mean? I want to see the Earth again. It's what's driven me all this time. Then back to Earth we go, Commander. With Desert out of the picture, the Camillans dapat may S yan eh. The Camillans have lost their will to fight. Too true. All we've left to do is retrieve the Cosmo reverse system at Iskander and head home. And a bit of rest certainly wouldn't be the worst thing for your body. Is there something else bothering you? An artist's journey awaits us ahead. I think the fighting is already over. Ano ba maganda sabihin dito? Hindi pa natin sigurado eh. Ito na lang. Our fight isn't quite over yet. What? Why? I don't expect Embryo nor Leonard Testarossa to return to Earth quietly. I understand. Every single one of our crew will be at the ready and prepared for battle. I imagine we'd all love a bit of a breather after such a long and harrowing journey. But not a one of us can dare to forget the mission we've been entrusted with. Wait, Commander, where are you going? We're almost at Iskander. It's my duty to meet them at the bridge. You're really something. Masama na kasi yung pakiramdam niya eh. Pero gusto pa rin niya magpatuloy. My apologies, Doctor, but I don't need to hear a word more. We're behind you all the way, Commander. We and Bow 1984. And remember, Earth is waiting for us. May my last task be the sweetest one of all. So that's what happens when ELS join a Gamillion fortress. See? Ano yun? It's beautiful. But why flowers? Wait, Miss Grace, aren't those the ones you gave to Setsuna? I'd wager they are. By coming to an understanding with Setsuna, the ELS came to understand humanity. Those flowers have something of his goodwill, his rapport with people, a vision of peace, of the future. I'd have to agree. There's something moving about a Gamillion despot becoming one with those flowers. Attention, Commander Akita has something he would like to say. My dear Bao 1984, this is Commander Akita of the Yamato speaking. We have finally arrived at Iskander. Take a good look. Look, Iskander lies before you. And I, as Commander of Bao 1984, have something I would like to say. Thank you. That is all. All ships are to follow Iskander's guidance. Bao 1984, you'll be going to the planet's surface. So this is Iskander, yeah? We're here. We're finally here. It's amazing. Like something out of a picture book. I don't know. Something feels off. So Eurisha, what exactly are we doing here? We're to meet with my elder sister, Starsha, and tell her of our journey. First we gotta see you off, don't we? I'll be acting as delegation leader in Commander Akita's team. Lead the way, Eurisha. You and Sanada will accompany me, and... who else? Susumu and Nini did say they'd come. And so did you, Yuki. Well, there you have it. Mari's on board. I wish I could take everyone, but I have to choose. You? And you? Who? Do you mean me? I do. Starsha's room. Is that right? Supreme Leader Dessler is no longer with us. Indeed, the work of a life form known to the Terrans as an ELS. They saved us all. We've no reason to doubt them. Such may be the case for you. I still harbor my own. Yes, my queen. A belt. You sought to grant my wish by bringing peace to the planets with an iron fist. You made a weapon of wave motion energy. Honestly, Your Highness, if I may add that our salvation lay in a cannon that fired wave motion energy, I shall take it from here. By your leave, Your Highness. If I were to save these Earthlings, they'd follow the same road that Abel did, that we did. My sister, welcome home, Yurisha, and you, Sasha. Oh, I'm not. This is Yuki Mori, a native of Earth. You mean to say, guess you two bear a resemblance? Sasha, she lost her life on Mars, bringing us the wave motion core. And you are Lieutenant Susumu Kodai of the Yamato. I saw to her, to Sasha's burial on Mars. The Earth is in her death. I see. But you all took wave motion energy and you made it into a weapon. You don't understand. Stand down, Susumu. We make no excuses. What you heard is the truth. So be it. And you, Yurisha, you must tell me what you've seen. Before I do, sister, I ask you to look upon them. Bonded with a being of living metal. And here I thought I'd run out of things to be surprised by. I'm only a medium, what the What the ELS touched was the will of POW 1984 themselves. Indeed, these people bear immense strength. Sister, I've seen supernatural medicine and man-made gods that transcend time and space, controlled by the power of these humans. And you, the mechanical doll of Gardem? Ah, she's no doll, lady. Silence, Velosa. You. Yes, Your Highness. They treasure you, do they not? They do, Your Highness. I would so like the honor of speaking with you. Would you be so kind? Yes, Your Highness. You sure, Nine? The fighting between Gardim and Iskander is over. Well, you just shout if she tries to pull anything. I'll be there. Well, you just shout if she tries to pull anything. I'll be there in a flash. You're being overprotective, Cap, and you just invited yourself along. But perhaps if you acted so concerned all of the time, you need not worry, CRB. Nine shall be under my protection. I'm counting on it. Then Nine, Eurisha, with me. I'll speak with the Earthlings afterward. Okay, sister. Parang medyo ano ako dito, parang parang hindi ako hindi kampante dito ha. Yamato Hanger. Cool it with you. Cool it with you. How can you say that? You're really worried about her, aren't you? It's not like I don't understand, but Eurisha's with her and all. Understand? Eurisha's space cakes enough. Eurisha's space cakes enough. But that sister of hers, I don't know what kind of vibe she was giving off. I mean, sure, she's a hottie and a half, but who knows what's going on in that noggin? You insolent little, you dare speak of Iskander royalty in that way? Satsuna, how did Starsha feel to you? You are an innovator. Can you get a read on what she was thinking? Sure wish I could. Ay, pati siya, hindi niya rin mabasa. Ano ba yan? Medyo kaduda-duda talaga yun ha. The thing is, what? What is it? I felt despair. At least that's something. What a planet. Beautiful but lifeless. There might be a connection there. So what do? We didn't come all the way here to walk away without the Cosmo reverse. She didn't seem too pleased about the wave motion gun. It's not as if we had any choice but to use it. Tobias right. The commander didn't want to use it as a weapon. We had to make it out. Maybe Iskander will see that. But we should be ready just in case worst comes to worst. Don't be stupid, Joe. Maito's right. We wouldn't have done it if it wasn't the right thing to do. We've come this far. We need to own it. You're right. Good old Joe. A good old Joe the Ace. Such a sucker for an innocent smile. I'd wager it's the same way with you and Satsuna, Captain. He's got you there. I feel like I missed something. Hey, we have 9 to worry about here. I thought I told you to cool it. The way you act, it's more like you're her dad than her partner. So what happens if Starsha takes an interest in 9 and tries to pull her data or something? She would never. Oh, Eurisha. Where's Starsha? Yuki, might we speak outside? Feel that breeze? Nothing better than the deep blue sea. It will be night soon. Hey Eurisha, those flowers over there, what are they? We call them blue crystal. Maybe we'll see them on Earth again someday. To us they mean hidden life, hidden emotion. Life? What do you mean? A planet plays host to life, and the memory of its own matter of life's progress, it exists as a wave, beyond space-time. The memory is released by the planet's element, that in which holds the planet's thoughts. The planet's element? I see. And Cosmo Reverse can't be completed unless the planet's element comes all the way to Iskander, which means there was no other choice but for you to come here. And so you came, you and the Yamato. Using the element could return the warp dimensions to their original state. It could keep the Earth's from fusing. That which holds the thoughts of the planet. I think I know what it is. You do? And I believe my sister is visiting Commander Okita. Yamato commanding officer's cabin. An element, you say? I do. And what would we use an element? And what would we use as an element? This very ship, the Yamato. What you mean to say is, this ship will be transformed. The Yamato itself will be the Cosmo Reverse System. Okay, yeah. I understand. I can only pray that I've made the right decision. We were offered a hand in rescue and turned it into a tool of destruction. We are well aware of the gravity of what we've done. What you call the wave motion gun, it was we who made it first. You speak of your war with Gardem? Iskander used its power to stain the large Magellanic Cloud with blood, forging a great empire, vying for supremacy with other civilizations. None know the terror of that weapon better than we do, and thus we've kept the technology a secret. But after speaking with Eurisha and with Nine, I do believe I can have faith in you. She spoke objectively of your situation, and then she spoke passionately, extolling your virtue. But you must promise me, Iskander and Gardim have committed grave sins. You must not repeat them. You have my word. And Susumu Kodai, yes, your highness? Would you join me? This is a cemetery, isn't it? Beneath which the people of Iskander sleep. All of them, save for Eurisha and myself. No other planet should bear this sorrow. May I ask you why you brought me here? I brought you because Mamoru Kodai rests here as well. Ala? Did you say Mamoru? A Gamillan prison transport lost control and crashed on Iskander. Your brother was on it. Most likely he was being transported as a biological specimen. He was the only survivor. I managed to take him in without attracting notice from the Gamillans. His body, however, was... And in the end, I was unable to save him. Do you see this capsule? It contains a message from him. He said you were to take it. Thank you, your highness. Yamato Hangar. Okay itong scenario na to. This is Mamoru Kodai, member of Earth Federation forces and commander of the destroyer Yukikaze. I had been captured by Gamillan forces. While being transported as a lab specimen, the ship crashed. I was saved by an Iskandarian female. She informed me of a ship from Earth headed this way. And if you're hearing this, it must mean that you've made it. If I had it in my way, I'd be going back to Earth, but something tells me I won't hold out that long. Huh? If I had it my way, I'd be going back to Earth with you, but something tells me I won't hold out. I won't hold out that long. There are two things I want to leave with you. First, the fact is that we and other species can understand each other. Being here taught me that. And you need to remember it. The other thing, and this is to you, Susumu. Make sure you do enough living for the both of us. The Earth is going to be green again. You'd better be there to see it. I will. Here's to clear seas ahead, and a safe trip home. That seems to be all. You don't say. He was here? It wasn't the cold depths of space. His eyes closed here. It wasn't the depths of space. His eyes closed here on solid ground. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go home. Bound 1984 will make it our mission to fulfill your wish, Mamoru. Yes, sir. This Mamoru Kodai, did you love him? I used to, but now, I'll take my leave. Do whatever you need to, Nimi. Masyado kasing marites eh. Oh, Mamoru. We're going back to Earth, and we're taking your memory with us. Are you sure? I will proceed to Gamillas to offer aid to those that I can. Thank you, Your Highness. And Melda, I trust that you'll give the Yamato a proper send-off. Yes, Your Highness. I will accompany them as far as the Milky Way. Here's to a new beginning, Melda. Indeed, I hope that I can serve as a bridge between our two planets. By 1984 have received the Cosmo Reverse and now we set out for Earth. Nice, pauwi na. ang layong travel nun. Let's go home. By 1984, I wish you a safe voyage. Thank you kindly. The Earth owes you and yours a great deal. Will not waste what you've given us. I don't expect that I'll find myself here again, but the young and strong will. On that day, I believe there will be peace between us. I hope to see that day for myself. Farewell. The Yamato leaves. Farewell, my other self. Farewell, courageous earthlings. And to you, Mamoru. Starsha Iskander. Bakit meron dito? Another mechanical doll? I beg to differ. Why are you here? This planet is worthless now. Why? Wait. We've come to say goodbye to the cloud. So goodbye, Iskander. And those in the Milky Way can watch as it rots. Ano ba yun? So it continues. Stay strong, Bonnet 94. Mamor will see you through. Ano ba yan? With the Cosmo Reverse system in hand, the crew puts Iskander behind them, using the remaining warp gate on planet Valon to hasten their return to Earth. One final battle awaits them on the other side. Okay. Ilan ang kailangan natin? So, at least, kunin ko to. Nakailam yung isa. Isa lang pala eh. All 194 vessels now safely through the subspace gate. If we can just make it through this, we should arrive right on the edge of the Milky Way. It's a good thing that balance gate system was active. You're telling me this makes for one heck of a shortcut back to Earth. We went through quite a lot just getting to Balon, but in the end, we made it. I suppose this is as far as we need to guide you. Relay this message to the Yamato. We'll be praying for the ship's safe passage. Ito yung nag-kidnap kay yung nag-kidnap kay Mori. This is farewell, Yamato. I'll make it on my own, somehow. What's got you staring off into space, newbie? Come, let's head back to the common room. Roger. I like your attitude. Thank you. That new Saltusian engineer is fairly skilled. The captain picked him up from the detention center on Leptaporda. His influence is quite impressive. Good luck, Yamato. The Earth is counting on you. The Camilan subspace submarine is withdrawing. I wish they could have taken that castaway with them too. Well, we can't force him to return to Camilas if he doesn't want to. Yeah, I guess not. Worried about Operations Officer Mori? That castaway we picked up must have been a high-ranking Camilan officer. Mori did say they were acquaintances, but I hope she's alright on her own. She's the one who asked to do this interrogation. I'm not worried at all. Up until just a short while ago, no one would have ever imagined we'd have been rescued by Camilans, let alone have them guide us to safety. She was stuck drifting out there because she had engine trouble. We couldn't just abandon her, and sadly, she was the only survivor. There was only so much we could do. Anyway, right now, we're better off worrying more about this ghost that's supposedly on board the ship. Oh, wasn't this an issue back when we were on our way to Iskander 2? That time it turned out to be a phantom of Euretia, lying dormant in the automatic navigation room. But this ghost is apparently wearing a Federation uniform. And it always seems to appear in the heart of the Cosmo Reverse system, which was put in place of the wave motion gun controller. Really? That's where it shows up? Baka multo ni baka multo nung kuya ni ni Kodai. That reminds me, We installed that controller in another ship without any modifications, right? Yes, that was an urgent request of Urbitake's. It's being stored on the Nadeshiko for research. You know, I realize that our battle isn't over yet. But still, I hope nothing happens that would make us have to use the wave motion gun again. A Kylum hanger. So Chan, what's this new weapon you've installed on Shi Gundam? It's an external missile pod. It ought to prove very effective when dealing with multiple foes. I've also added an independent thruster, so you shouldn't lose any of your mobility or range of motion. So this is what's been keeping you so busy since we left Iskander? Considering the extent of your current abilities, there's no doubt in my mind you'll be able to master this. Keep up the good work, Hathaway. Thanks, Chan. Oh, Hathaway, you've gotten so strong. Watching you continue to grow is what gives me the strength to go on. You probably already know that, and that's why you live the way you do. Okay na, daming dialogue nitong scenario na to, ha? 36 minutes na tayo. Dahil our gamma hanger. Jidao, I equipped the double Zeta with those fully armored parts, like you asked. Thanks, Astonage. Now I should be able to fight even more effectively than before. All that armor means you can't transform though. So if you're under fire or run out of ammo, jettison the armor right there on the battlefield. As soon as we get back to Earth, we'll have the final battle waiting for us, won't we? We cannot allow Embryo and Leonard to simply do whatever they please with the Earth. Yamata Reception Room. So ngayon may upgrades. Yung dalawang units natin may upgrades. Nice. We were both in a situation like this once before, weren't we? Back when I was pretending to be Yurisha. Sure. We will repair your ship. Then you can use it to get back to Camilla's. Si Celestella pala to. I have no intention of ever returning to that planet. What? There's no home for me to go back to anymore. We Zerillians had the power to read people's minds. Those who lived on other planets hated and feared us. For it, and they destroyed us. Now he, Supreme Leader Dester, has rescued me and the other survivors. It is with him that I belong. I can understand why you would feel that way, but Supreme Leader Dester died in battle. That's not true. He needs me. He couldn't die like that. He would. What? We're being attacked? I know this feeling. It's him. Anong nangyari? What just happened? Sir, our radar isn't functioning because we're inside the gate. Incoming. Gamilans, and that blue ship belongs to their supreme leader. Abel Dessler? So he survived? How did they manage to approach us so suddenly? It seems they have a bit more experience fighting inside the subspace gate than we do. Enemy fleet engaging. I don't believe this. I thought we were done fighting against the Gamilans. This fleet ignored Admiral Deep's summons. Clearly, they aren't part of the existing command structure. That would mean these troops are entirely loyal to Dessler. Crap, ano ba yun? Gamilan soldiers now infiltrating Deck 2. Damn it, they're in too close. They're in too close for us to drive them off with our guns. Send whoever we have available to counter the attack. Kodai, you take command of the close combat troops. Ano ba yan? Yes, sir. Ano ba yan? Nagkaroon pa ng ganyang gulo. Yamato. Ay, ano mga android ng mga Gamilans? Gamiloid. How very rude of you to show up uninvited. Not even think of trying to get through here. Team 2, sweep around to the engine room. Some of them are headed that way. Yamato Cosmo Reverse System. Crap, ano ba yan? We've cleared out all enemy combatants. Guardian. It seems this woman is the only one left. What? Talaga si Dessler pala, boy nga. Well, if it isn't the Scandarian lady, although I suppose I really should be calling you the imposter. Abel Dessler, I've never have believed that you would personally board the Yamato. Please stand back, Supreme Leader. I can handle this. Oh no, I am going to have this woman act as my guide. I will do no such thing. Come now, why don't you take me to see your commander? I would so much like to meet him. Commander Okita would never meet with the likes of you. My, what a very spirited princess you are. Supreme Leader. Yeah. What? Oh, Celestella, it was you. Why you meant everything? Why? You meant everything to her. How could you do something like that? I never intended to shoot her. I sensed her psycho waves and simply reacted without thinking. There was never any need for Earth and Gamilas to fight in the first place. We could have cared for each other. We could have loved one another. No, we did have to fight. We needed to conquer other planets in order to guide them to safety. And I had to fight for the sake of the one person that I truly love. What? That's right. Guardian fell precisely because they didn't understand that. Guardian didn't understand love? Yuki. Kodai. Terran approaching. Commencing fire. No, not Suzumi. Yuki. Ang lalim nito That Terran girl got in the way. This time I won't miss. Hold your fire. Dessler. Put down your weapon. We're pulling out. Sir, what about destroying the engine? Engine room. That won't be necessary. Let's go. Yes, sir. Ano ba yan? Gumawa lang kayo ng gulo. Yuki. Oh. No, Yuki. And it's engaging. Alright. Now they're in range of our cannons. Launch all mobile units. Prepare to engage. Ano objective dito? Clear map within 5 turns. Clear map within 5 turns. Sige. Anyway, malapit na rin tayo mag-time out So, teka. Piliin natin mga strongest na natin. Ilan na kailangan natin dito? 20 pa? Okay, fine. Sige. So, wala na lang. Siyempre, Grand Bang. Ayoko, hindi kita dadasin kahit gamit mo yung unit na malakas. Saan na yung isa? Pito pa Isa. 6 pa. Pipili tayo, taka. Okay, kasama na rin kita. So, 4 pa. Okay, support lang. Hindi. Ito na lang, sige. Kayo na lang. Curse that desert. How is he still alive? Well, they say a dictator without a country is doomed to die like a dog. Then what do you say we bury this wretched uh, then what do you say we bury this wretch clinging so desperately to his former glory? Lively as ever. Embryo, what are you doing here? Why, I'm here to claim my bride. Well, that's a shame, because there is no way I am ever going to accept your proposal. Besides, Tusk and I are already... Akala ko ba si Hilda? Ano ba yan? Right. I'll deal with you later, Angie. Huh? Today I'm here for her. That came from the Eternal. I'm sorry, everyone. Lacus was kidnapped by Embryo. Kira... Lacus... Embryo, so you're after Princess Lacus? I rather like the idea of having a woman with the blood of the ancient people for a bride. Amusing, isn't it? Now then, shall we go, Princess Lacus? I know what you're really up to. You're coming after me so you can get to Angie, and at the same time, have your revenge on the ancient people who defied you. Ouch, that's so harsh. But I'd expect no less from the diva of the battlefield, Lacus Klein. Embryo! Don't you worry, Angie. You still have your place as first among my wives. You'll have to follow me if you ever want to get her back. Though I doubt whether even you can. Lacus, damn it. Where'd he disappeared off to? We can't even follow him in here without our radar. No, is there nothing we can do? Teka lang, unahin na muna natin itong problema to. Teka. We can start by attacking the Gamilans right in front of us. All units. Captain. What is that? Boson particles reaction confirmed. There are far more of them than they would normally be required for a boson jump. Something stabilizing a jump field inside subspace? Crap. Dimensional horizon distorting rapidly. Impossible. Space itself is distorting. Crap, anong nangyari dito? What? Nine, what's wrong? Look where we are. Nakakaya makita eh. Scenario 50. Battle for the Three Earths. Ala! What is this place? It doesn't seem like there are any Gamilans around. Why are there two red Earths and one blue one? The one with red seas has to be from the UC dimension, and the blue one should be from the AD dimension, right? Then what's that other one? I recognize those dried up oceans anywhere. That must be our Earth, from the new correct century dimension. Look at that. Arsenal? What is going on here? This must be Embryo's doing. I'm not so sure about that. He seemed like he was only after Lacus. Angie isn't here. What? Did she get separated from us? Did she get separated from us when we all got transported here? Eternal, fall back to the rear. What is going on with this place? Are all three of those Earths really ours? From what our senses are picking up, none of them appear to have any substance. So we can see them even though there's nothing there, like looking out into regular space from a subspace? Then does that mean that in regular space, the three Earths are starting to merge into one? The Earths of the AD and UC dimensions had already crossed the dimensional barrier and begun to fuse. But what's the Earth from the new correct century dimension doing there too? Would you like to know? Leonard Testarossa, I should have known you'd be here. I think you ought to show me some more respect, Sagara. Especially since you just stumbled in here uninvited. Did you and Embryo work together to build this stupid place? Crap. I can't believe you actually followed me here. Honestly, I'm impressed. Embryo, what is this place? We are in true Arsenal. Though I doubt that any of you will ever be able to comprehend its value. True Arsenal? What have you done with Lagpas? Didn't I tell you? She's going to be my bride. And not just her. I brought all the women here who I deem worthy to be my wives. No, you can't mean that. No, you can't mean that. Oh yes, Kagaliula. Athla and Marina Ismail are here too. And as soon as all my preparations are complete, I plan on collecting Minerva Lau, Sabi, and Vera Roma as well. What? You plan on collecting Captain Vera? You disgusting creep. The three Earths are merging in the space-time fusion. The UC and AD dimensions were similar to begin with, so I can see why they'd be merging. But why is the Earth from the NCC dimension here too? No, Cap, you're wrong. The universe that's most closely related to the UC dimension is the new correct century one. What? Yes, it's just as your little mechanical doll says. The two dimensions you refer to as UC and NCC were originally one and the same. So they're parallel worlds that split off at some point? It's true, the history and technology of our two worlds is very similar. Long ago, due to the power of Ragnamail, Dragonium, also known as Getter Radiation, was suddenly released and ran wild over the face of the Earth, utterly ruining it. Its power was such that it warped even the dimensions itself, and events diverged into two different paths. In one world, the Dragon Clan were the survivors, but in the other, civilization collapsed completely, and a new culture was born. And that was our Earth. That was the NCC dimension? But perhaps because it was also once the same world, the UC dimension, which was uninfluenced by the Dragon Clan, came to resemble the NCC dimension more. Sobrang lalim nitong game na to, Ben. Although this did result in a time lag of about 100 years. So why are you trying to bring those two worlds back together? For the same reason I'm doing it. I'm doing it to the UC dimension. I cannot allow these worlds I've tossed aside to continue to exist. Aura's power has almost reached its limit. Soon these three worlds will merge into one, and for a time all will return to nothingness. Ano ba yan? You monster! Damn it! How did he even manage to drag the NCC dimension Earth into the space-time fusion anyway? I estimate that he destroyed the dimensional barrier separating the two worlds where they meet, the convergence point, otherwise known as the singularity. Such a very smart little doll. But can you guess what that singularity is? That I do not know. It's Kanami Sagara, isn't it? Huh? Say what now? Is that some version of Kanami that married Suzuki? Kanami Sagara was a scientist who lived on the Earth of the NCC dimension about 100 years ago. She's likely the parallel dimension version of the Kanami Chidori that we all know. An alternate version of Chidori in the NCC dimension? She was a brilliant scientist, but after losing her husband in a war, I heard she began to work exclusively on research that might be considered heretical. What kind of research was it? Research on going back in time to change the past, in other words, on how to remake the world. Can't be. Oh, but it is. Kanami Sagara tried to do practically the same thing that I'm doing right now. So that's your plan, Leonard. You want to remake the world? Why are you doing this? Is this all some sort of amusement for you? Like it is for Embryo? It's nothing like that at all. Did he just get upset at being compared with the embryo? My own mother rejected me. The world's been wrecked by Keter radiation, and the second impact, and all we humans do is kill one another in our stupid wars. Dali lang guys. I would think it's the most natural thing in the world to want to try and restart. Ano? Ultimate reset button, ganon? Even if it means massacring countless people, that is meaningless. Those people can just live better lives in the new world I'm going to create. I see that you're beyond reasoning. But don't you forget, Kaname Sagari tried to do almost exactly the same thing. No way. Ultimately, of course, that research never bore fruit in her lifetime, but she did succeed in opening the door to a parallel dimension. Or to be more exact, just as she was pushing on that door, someone in our world was pulling on it. The Yams 11 experiment? Ano yan? Ano na naman, part na naman ng lore nitong game na to. Yams 11 experiment. The world's first Taros, transfer and response omnisphere experiment 18 years ago. The experiment failed when Taros went out of control, killing the subject named Sophia, while emitting iota waves and tau waves, two psychic waves, from the epicenter of the explosion. Although the iota waves only covered a 30-kilometer radius of the epicenter, Yamsk was completely inundated with psychic waves. As for the tau waves, which blanketed the entire world, they have hardly any ill effect on most people. However, the waves covered the world for 3 minutes and changed the newborns. Their brains were all affected, and those children are all whispered. Kaya nagkaroon ng whisper. Okay. Exactly. And she prayed that this world, so much like her own, would not repeat the mistake of going to war. She wanted the earth of our dimension, with which she shared the wisdom of her own, to be a place that was full of peace and hope. She worked so hard. She worked so that she, the Kaname Chidori of that world, would be able to find happiness, which explains the whisperer responsible for sending black technology, and the whispered who receives it. Sometime very early on, Commander Testarossa realized that Chidori was special, even among the whispered. Then when she saw how similar the NCC and UC dimensions were, she consulted with me about the existence of whisperers. That's why I thought of Kaname Sagara. Ironically, it was because of the black technology she created that the war in the UC dimension was even more intense than the one in the NCC dimension. Ano ba yan? Nabubulo na ako. Puro dialogue tong buong episode natin. Our wars were the result of an altered history? Does that mean Quest may not have had to die? Precisely. In fact, you might even go so far as to say that the UC dimension's long history of battle, beginning with the 1-year war, was entirely due to Kaname Chidori. That's enough, Leonard. Stop acting like this Kaname Sagara and Kaname Chidori are the same person. Oh, don't misunderstand me. That's not what I think at all. A version of someone from a parallel world may as well be a different person entirely. But that's not what she thought. Sosuke, Kaname Chidori. No, that's not her. That's Sophia, isn't it? Yes, exactly. Crushed when she realized the weight of all her sins, Kaname sank down to the depths of her consciousness and saw Sophia is in control. Although since their two separate minds have merged, this is really Kaname Chidori as well. You may have tricked Chidori, but don't think that's going to stop us. We traveled all the way to Iskander and back again just to stop the space-time fusion. We're going to defeat you, then use the Cosmo Reverse system to save all 3 dimensions. Do you really think you can do that? Crap. Ang dami kaya eh, ano ba yan? It can't be. So Hokushin, you survived? Oh, don't imagine that you're the only one capable of bringing yourself back from hell, Akito Tenkama. Now let's settle things between us once and for all. I don't have time for this, Hokushin. This is going to be easy. For all the big talk, in the end all he sent was a normal old glaive. And it's on autopilot. How could we possibly lose to that? Oh please, don't get the wrong idea. Timer na. Haba kasi puro dialogue lang eh. Don't get the wrong idea. This machine is fundamentally different from those paramills you're using. Indeed, you could say that this glaive is a kind of a mass-produced Ragnamail, and as you shall see, its abilities are not to be denied. Tanya, Irma, stop! Snap out of it already. Ursha, what are you saying? Lord Embryo is the ultimate embodiment of justice. Everything that he does is right. Yung mga na ano na naman na yung mga nabudol ni Embryo. Tanya, Irma, no! Looks like we've got a squad of Lambda drivers here too. What is wrong with all of you? You're going to obey Leonard even though it means the end of the world? I no longer feel any attachment to this world. The past is to be discarded, and we are to live in the new world. Sounds like they're not going to listen to reason. They must feel the same as Major Callanan, hating the past and wanting to remake the world. But even so, that's no excuse to destroy the Earth, and everyone who's living on it. That's right, so quit acting like you're the only ones who've suffered. It's no use trying to talk with them. They've shut themselves off entirely inside their own little worlds. Then we have to break them out. Yeah, if they've got a reason to refuse to back down, then so do we. Saving the world, that's what we've been fighting for this whole time. As if we just sit back and let a bunch of whiny little punks remake our entire world. It would seem that your words are wasted on this ignorant and undignified rabble, Leonard. Yes, Embryo, so it seems indeed. I am so sick and tired of you two always looking down on us. Now, why don't you get over here and start fighting so we can cut you down to size? If you're going to rescue all the women Embryo has kidnapped and escaped this place, then we must fight. Attention all units and all vessels. Your primary target is Embryo. He holds the keys to all of this. Tactical Officer Kodai reporting back for duty. How's Mori doing? Dr. Sado is with her, so I'm sure she'll be okay. I'm going to be counting on you, Kodai. Yes, sir. Tama na yung daldalan. Gusto ko nang isave yung game. Ano ba? Isang oras ng puro daldalan lang. Ano ba yan? Haha. So it's begun. You are just the worst. Golly, that fiery spirit of yours reminds me of Angie. What? You never broke before Logos or the founding nations. You stayed true to your will. I've been watching you. Now, won't you accept my marriage proposal? Not in a million years. I turn to for stimulation, while from Marina I hope to find peace. Marina, just like a galley, in the face of all the might of a great empire, you remain true to yourself. Your kindness, which can overcome even immense power, befits you in your role as mother. Pa naman kasi puro daldalan eh. As mother of the new world. If you know the first thing about me, then you should know that I will never let you have your way. Convincing you otherwise will be amusement for me. You are just the lowest of the low. Lacus, you speak so harshly. Yet by marrying you, the spirit of the ancient people will be appeased. You say all that without the least hint of emotion. That's all you really are, emotionless and blank. My. It doesn't matter what you try and do to me. You will never succeed in corrupting my soul. In the name of freedom and justice, and for the glory of my ancestors, whom you spurned, I will fight you. Then why don't you see just how long that resistance of yours can last? You are not going to lay one finger on her. Angie? Welcome, my dear. I'm not sure where Philkis disappeared to just now. But Lacus, take a galley and the others and get somewhere safe. Yes, I will leave you to take care of things here. Angie, you take care of yourself too, Angie. Angie, did you come to me because you were feeling jealous of Lacus? Beats me, I just found myself transported here all of a sudden. Ano ba tong dialogue na to? Parang gusto ko na in-skip. Wala namang sense na eh. Puro bullcrap na lang to eh. Ano ba yan? Then I ought to be thankful for this happy turn of fate. Now Angie, I shall begin by binding you to me in love. Thus, I'm going to fight him. Ano ba yan? Defeat hysterical. 5 turns. Suspend na. Ano ba yan? Sobrang tagal, puro daldalan na wala ka torya. Ano ba yan? End na natin. Wala na eh. Wala na tayong magagawa for now eh. End na muna natin. So, ano ba yan?
ゲーム中断とはいい判断だ。長時間プレイすれば集中力が落ちてミスを引き起こす原因になるからね。だけど戦いはまだ終わらない。休憩が済んだら必ずまた戻ってきてくれ。人の犯した過ちを僕と一緒に粛清しよう。できれば戦い以外の方法でね。
Ano ba yan? Isang buong episode, puro daldalan lang. Ano ba yan? End na natin. Next episode, simulan natin itong pasaway na laban na to. So anyway, Kersan Velosa signing off. Next episode na lang guys.